Hi, Miss Myers here, and in this video we are going to learn about ancient India's accomplishments or achievements as we call it in grapes. And if we'll remember, what are achievements? Achievements are long-lasting contributions of a civilization, things that we remember. All right, now, before we get started, let's think about this. I want you guys to learn what achievements ancient Indian society contributed to the world and how those impacted their civilization. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to kind of go through these rather quickly. This won't be a super long video, but I want you to think about some things that you're hearing and see what things you think are unique or surprising to you that may have taken place in ancient India. All right, so mathematics. Ancient Indians were very good with mathematics. They added the number zero to our number system. They also were the first to use the decimal system. Medicine, they performed plastic surgery, brain surgery, and they also learned how to sterilize things, which means clean them. They also came up with vaccinations, which help people from getting sick. Currently, our world is looking for a vaccination that we can use for COVID-19. So the ancient Indians actually began some of the groundwork for vaccinations. Let's move on and talk about astronomy. Astronomy is a science that studies space. They were the first to figure out how long it took Earth to rotate around the sun. They learned about lunar and solar eclipses. Now, the two major cities that ancient India had were Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa. Now, today, in modern times, this area is Pakistan. But in ancient times, it was Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa. And some of the things that made these cities unique and more advanced than other places were how the cities were made, how they had drainage systems, and they had plumbing and all different types of things that other places at the time did not have. So they were more advanced, and they paved the way for other cities to be organized. So I have a video that I'm going to show you that will give you a little bit better of an idea about the planning of the cities and how advanced they were for their time. Let's go ahead and tune in to that video.
The ancient city of Mohenjo-Daro is one of the first urban centers in human history. Nestled in southern Pakistan's Indus River Valley, Mohenjo-Daro is the largest and best preserved city of the Indus civilization, the earliest known civilization of the Indian subcontinent. Mohenjo-Daro was built around 2500 BC, about the same time the Great Pyramids were being built in Egypt, and it spanned a surface area of nearly 500 acres, an incredible size for a city of this time period. Because of Mohenjo-Daro's grand scale, archaeologists believe it may have served as a seat of power for the Indus civilization. The city was divided into two districts, the citadel and the lower town. The citadel is home to the city's exceptional monuments, including the Great Bath, a 900-square-foot tank fed from the Indus River. Mohenjo-Daro also had a sophisticated water system. Houses had baths and toilets, and the town featured both an elaborate sewage system and fresh water in 700 wells throughout the city. The Roman baths, some of history's most famous waterway systems, weren't constructed until many hundreds of years after Mohenjo-Daro's Great Bath. Mohenjo-Daro has no places of worship or governance, such as palaces, royal tombs, or temples. This may indicate that the society was not built around state interests like the Egyptian and Mesopotamian societies at the time. Rather, the class structure of Mohenjo-Daro may have been relatively equal. The city's second district, the lower town, may demonstrate the society's egalitarian structure. The lower town, with its intricate water system, was home to between 20,000 to 40,000 people. Unlike many urban areas of its time, it was laid out in a grid system similar to modern-day city blocks. After approximately 600 years, the city collapsed. No one is quite sure why, but the cause could potentially have been a change within the culture, or in the path of the river. Without its crucial source of water, the city's residents may have moved away, leaving Mohenjo-Daro nearly abandoned. In 1911, nearly 4,000 years after the city fell into ruin, archaeologists paid their first visit. The ensuing decades of excavations have unearthed countless clues that tell the tale of Mohenjo-Daro, but it still holds secrets for us to discover.
All right, guys. So what I want you guys to do is go back again, maybe watch the video and take some notes on some of the cool things that happened in Mohenjo-Daro. For example, one of the major takeaways that I want you to get from that is the Great Bath. The Great Bath was essentially the first swimming pool. So that is pretty cool, and I'm glad that that was invented. I know you are too. So let's move on and go ahead and wrap up accomplishments and achievements. Now, these are some achievements, some of the major ones that are pinpointed, but there are others. So what I'd love for you to do is maybe go and do some of your own research and see what other things you can discover in ancient India with inventions or achievements of that time. One thing you may want to look into is yoga. Yoga was also originated in ancient India, and maybe explore the Great Bath a little bit more. All right, guys. So what I hope that you have learned are some of the major accomplishments or achievements from ancient India and how they paved the way for that civilization as well as future civilizations. All right, guys, we have one more video for ancient India, and we will talk about politics, and that will wrap up our unit. So we'll see you guys in the next video for politics. Bye.